I'm definitely not in favor of pursuing SRM. Having said that, um, I am very much in favor of enhancing our understanding of the risks and opportunities it presents and the governance challenges and how decisions are made around this. I think it's it's essential and have thought so and have sort of been engaged with the CTG, but even but previously in trying to push how we think about these issues and more broadly, um, uh, not setting up the structure so that we can ensure that we can do the science safely and recognize that this has to be part of the spectrum of challenges. The sort of solution set that we're exploring, that's not the solution set that we necessarily choose, has evolved over the years, right? It used to be sort of mitigation, big M, adaptation as a footnote. Mitigation, adaptation became together. Mitigation sort of expanded to carbon removal. That was sort of seen as a outside kind of crazy thing for so many years. Now it's sort of mainstream, and then loss and damage has sort of emerged. And I think the issue of uh, solar radiation management and others in this sort of general realm has to be part of the discussion alongside of all of these. But having said that, if I was asked should we do this, I would say no. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't have a discussion. Well, I'm definitely not sort of the in a position of knowledge in depth to be able to present a research agenda for SRM by any stretch of the imagination. But I think one of the big key pieces of this is the need to start to have a discussion about what the world looks like if we don't meet 1.5 and 2 degrees. And I think we can't give up hope, and we can't stop working towards that. But I do think that we need a broader science and discussions and policy discussions of what happens. And that's not just about the impacts expected, but how would and should we respond. And this would include SRM, loss and damage, managing mass scale migration, large scale climate tipping points. These are all interconnected. And I would argue that part of thinking about the agenda and research funding in that space is about, okay, how do we integrate this next phase, right? So there's a special report of the IPCC on 1.5 that was done. How can we position these sorts of questions of special reports that's maybe not squarely in the IPCC's realm, but broader, without undermining efforts to keep moving to the 1.5 realm? I mean, I think we can do it without undermining it, because I think, to be honest, it's so scary once we outline it that it's going to reinforce the need. But I still think it's a conversation that we have to have. But I don't think that the SRM can be thought of outside of those other pieces. That's where I sit on that.